That's great. Last but not least, let's talk about Marvel Zombies Return, #1. Well,
Alex, defend yourself.
Yeah. Why did you even bring this up?
yeah, this is where I like pre-fed myself because I love this, you guys. I thought this was awesome and great and funny and ridiculous and probably the most over-the-top Marvel Zombies to date. You have no, it's insane. The things that Fred Van Landen
To get into a Spider-Man, eventually he tries to use his web shooters, but they don't work, and all of his veins come out of his wrist. And you're like, oh god, that's horrifying. And then he later is swinging from buildings with his veins, which is biologically difficult.
So that's insane. Another thing, it's the Marvel Zombies from the first and second series have somehow ended back in other time periods in the Marvel universe. Parallel universes. This one is the swinging 60s, I think, Spider-Man. So he goes back to an old adventure that Spider-Man had and starts eating the Sinister Six, at which point Sandman freaks out because Spider-Man is killing people. That's not part of the rules. Sandman bumps into the real Spider-Man. Or are you sure?
He's hanging from a building with veins.
Yeah.
It would
Sandman finds the real Spider-Man, jumps into his mouth, distends his belly, and bursts it open. And there's a panel of Spider-Man standing like this, his chest burst open with sand pouring out. Great issue. Really gets on an essential human struggle.
And I'll tell you what, though, it's worth it for the last page, in which Spider-Man rips his skin off after he kills Mary Jane, and then leaves it in the trash can as an homage to the famous cover of him giving up being Spider-Man. And the art's really good.
Yeah.
But I don't know how many more they can squeeze out of this franchise.
I'm over it a little bit. I mean, it was great. It's just...
This is right up, he kills everyone.
Jason had like, what now, 13, 14 movies? Why not? Let this go and go and go. It's more fun the more a series goes on and dies. It's great.
Yeah.
So Marvel Zombies Take Manhattan, there's a... Marvel Zombies.
not the Muppets.
Yeah, they already have Marvel Zombies in space, which is usually the fifth in the series.
The Marvel Zombies that made the Disney universe would be pretty awesome.
That's it for this guy! Guys, we're going to move on to the next section, which is my favorite section because you make it up. It's your audience questions. And for that, we're going to bring up Booth Man!
Booth Man!
Who lives in the booth.
He lives in the booth.
And drinks a great colada.
Talks a lot.
Wow. What's going on with you two?
Yeah, you guys...
I had this day, I was in this booth trying to get a plug. It was awkward.
A what?
A plug.
An electric plug.
All right, I got some questions because that's this part of the show. I'm assuming this is for you, sir.
Okay.
When writing, do you ever use names or addresses of people you know to meet specific ends?
Whoa, that's creepy.
Like,
What?
to get some?
This is what's written there.
What man or woman would be like, if you put my address in there, you can come to that address. That's crazy.
It's a whole scam going on.
I live in Justice League headquarters.
I use names definitely of people I know, but only if they're going to die or be beaten horribly. You know, the people I like, I want to smack around a little bit. Although one unfortunate incident, I put in Werewolf by Night, it's a miniseries I did. It's a Max line. I had a graveyard scene. You know, of course, you put friends' names on tombstones. I put a name on a tombstone. The person actually did die.
Oh, jeez.
So I put on the name of my mother-in-law. It's a funny part. It's a funny part. The person died though, but most times it worked out okay, except the death thing. It worked out all right.
Except that.
Yeah.
There you go.
Well, if Pete had his name put into a comic book,
Yeah, on a tombstone.
On a tombstone?
Still alive.
Well, you knock your head.
We'll see.
Not wrong.
Oh, okay. Not like, is my brain still there?
So low.
Cool. Raise your hand if you ask that. Pete's going to bring you a gift, and let's get to the next question.
This one's printed.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Somebody
Who asked it? All right.
Duane. Will Iron Fist baby be a boy or a girl? And will he or she have a play date with Luke Cage's baby and form Heroes for Hire's baby?
Could you imagine that? That'd be a great, killing kids, you could do it in the sandbox, and then gouge those eyes out. That'd be a fun thing. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Play dates are kind of. That's a fun idea, actually. I should pitch that.
Yeah. A lot of potential babysitting. You do a lot of babysitting. Do you have any children?
I have 2 kids.
Ah, I see.
that I know about.
Nice.
Okay.
I'm just-
Because he puts people's names in the comments.
No, you can keep track. Yeah, it's funny. A lot of the cable stuff is based on my daughter who's 6. A lot of things she says that really piss me off. Hope says, the cable pisses him off. So.
Like travel forward in time.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. Although I'm not sure I could write about kids if adults weren't present. Like a little mini Iron Fistette or Iron whatever, and a little tiny little cage. It'd be fun, but what do they do other than poop themselves? Breastfeed. Like, what else is going on there? Yeah, actually, that's a good point. Why am I distant?
Yeah. Nothing like horny boys want is breastfeed.
Exactly.
What is going on? Raise your hand if you ask that. Please can bring your gift. Let's get one more question.
Who's cooler, Namor, Submariner, or Mariner? Or Aquaman?
A lot of age-old questions.
The Sphinx's riddle.
Namor.
Aquaman is way cool.
Aquaman's way cool.
Namor has wings on his feet. Doesn't make any
Aquaman runs
sense.
around in an orange and green costume talking to fish.
That's a cool costume.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Second off,
Orange and green and underwater, it's kind of bright. I mean, it's kind of.
he needs to be seen by other fish.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's a target man.
Yeah.
He has a heat-seeking underwater missile. And that fucker's out.
Aquaman saw a buoy. It was like, I can look like that.
Namor runs around in a Speedo. Yeah. The wings on the feet, he's such a dick all the time. What is the dick?
Dick all the time.
That's why he's cooler. I want to hang out with him.
Namor's the Don Draper of the sea. I mean,
No, he's not.
Sorry, he is.
Don Draper's not.
Aquaman's like the.
Don Draper's
Campbell.
complicated. We're learning about his childhood this season.
Yeah.
What club is this?
AMC club.
I don't think talking to fish is a great power. I mean, not great on land. But you can choose, like if you're at Red Lobster, you can choose like the tastiest lobster.
Yeah, you really think that's right to be like, oh, I'm the tastiest.
No, but the other ones are gonna be like, he's the tastiest.
They're also lying.
Huh?
It's like that thing. It's like
Always trust the lobster.
one of the lobsters always lies, and one of them always tells the truth.
Well, I don't see any refuting Aquaman right now.
Yeah,
but you haven't given any reasons.
You say he's a dick.
Yeah.
No, Namor's a dick.
Oh, man.
Now, Namor's a real name. Aquaman's it's a precious little. He's fucking Waterman. Come on, it's too precious.
Yeah, but that's what people on land call him. Submariner's better?
Submarine.
Submarines are delicious sandwiches, and
He's not even in a sub.
He's got limbs on his feet.
I like Aquaman better.
why?
Where were you? I'm defending. You're sleeping over here.
It's a ridiculous argument. It's the
Then why do you
same
like
fucking guy.
Aquaman? They're different guys.
Didn't Aquaman ride a seahorse though for a long time?
Yeah.
That's
That's
super
cool.
That's cool.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
horse of the sea, man.
Oh, that'd be great. That would be like Batman riding around on a unicorn.
Unicorn. I hope you stand by that. When a unicorn taps you on the door, and you open the door, and he's like, huh? You have to slam the door. No wishes, no ride.
Cool. Raise your hand if you ask that. Please can bring your present.